Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons Mazda. Here we have today a Mazda CX-5. This is a Sport Nav Plus model, so the Sport being the higher spec of the vehicles, no difference in performance. Presented in Soul Red Crystal. This has got the stone leather interior, which was an addition to the standard spec, which I think is beautiful, and I'll show you that when we get inside. And that also comes with the safety pack. So you've got the 360-degree camera, amongst other safety features, which we'll go through. Now, I always like to give a little bit of background on the vehicles, where they've come from, etc., etc. Normally, I'd say 80%, 70, 80, maybe a little bit more at the moment, of our cars are part exchange, which we sold from new and serviced. And we've known the customers for quite a while. I myself have been in the company 20 years, and we've had, I've had customers for that sort of period of time. But this one, I didn't know the previous owners personally, because there's a shortage of cars. I'm sure everyone's well aware of that, because there's not as many new cars being produced now. There's supply issues with parts. This isn't just for Mazda, but for all manufacturers, not just of cars either. All sorts of things, appliances, etc. So we have been scouring the country looking for cars, and we've purchased this, and it is absolutely delightful. It's a March 2019 car, one owner vehicle, service history, which I'll share with you. I've got in the car, and it is in lovely condition. It really is. Take a look at the video, and please do study the photos. I've taken quite a few. I've taken them with our new app, the Car Cutter. Gives us our nice generic background, and I've also done some other detailed photos. But yeah, all very lovely indeed. So let's start at the back of the vehicle and then work our way inside. Now, being the Sport, you've got the auto tail lift, so you can operate it by flicking a button like I've just done, or pressing a button in the car, or with the key fob. Now, the car has its original overmats. My valet puts them in the boot after he's cleaned the car. I don't know why, but there you go. You've got this enormous rear boot. BOSE stereo there. Okay. You've got these very clever little levers, look, that will allow you to fold your seats flat without having to perform any sort of acrobatics. Look at that, enormous space there. I think every household needs a car with a room like that, for those DIY trips, etc. And these cars are family friendly. You've got ISOFIX anchorages. You can see someone's had a child seat. You've got the anchors here. You've got ISOFIX anchorages in the back there. You can use regular seat belts as well. But look at this now. Most people are afraid of these lighter coloured interiors. Please don't be. They really do wear well. And you can see the dirt, and then you can wipe the dirt. But I think it brightens up the cabin. Just looks amazing. And I say this car's had child seats in, so it's had young children in the car. Look, absolutely lovely. Headlinings all in tip-top condition. But look at that, nice bright space. I do like the black leather cars, but I would definitely, if it was my choice, go for the white leather or the stone leather, I think Mazda called it. Okay, so look at that, and you got the sunroof there as well. So nice bright cabin. I just want to draw your attention to the rear opening of the car now. Look at that. So if you have young children in child seats, I'm, to be nice, put it nicely, a broad chappy. I walk up to the car here, I'd be able to like take my son in and out of his child seat here with no bother at all, and my elderly parents will find it easy to get out in and out of the car. So it's a real family friendly vehicle. If you're worried about this going up too high and not being able to press this button, you can actually adjust this here. All right, so it'll only go up a certain height. Now, auto tail lifts, I used to think, what do you need one of them for? Something to go wrong, so I end up sounding like my dad. We haven't had one go wrong. These have been out since 2017, and I must say it does come in handy with children. You know, you've got shopping bags, you're approaching the car, you press the button, it opens up. It does save a lot of palaver when maybe you've got the, you know, your holding one of the hands, etc. And it looks quite flash as well. So I quite like doing the shopping run in one of these. So let's take a look at the condition on this side. Really lovely. Yeah, really nice. And I think it's putting the black leather seats here is a good idea, because often people pick up the back seats. But yeah, look at that. And you've got the all important USB chargers, okay, which everything seems to run from these days. These days. You've got keyless entry, so no need to take the keys out to get into the car. You've got memory seats. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-way memory seats and lumbar. Safety pack gives you the 360 camera, and you can adjust the views there. All right, all fantastic indeed. Really well spec cars. Now this car is a bit of a rare breed. It's manual. I have nothing against manuals. I really like a manual car, providing I'm not in traffic. I know some people just, they feel they're more in control. I don't really understand that, but this is a manual car, and the gear change is nice and positive. You can certainly feel the DNA of the MX-5 in this car. Okay, so I want to share this with you now. This is the digital service record for the vehicle. So this car came from Southampton, I think, which would be Magna, yeah. So there you go, supplied new, 14th of March 2019 was its PDI, pre-delivery inspection at 6 miles. Then, first service in 2020, 3986, second February 21, 66,300. Magna Southampton in February this year at 10,405. It's done 10,926 miles. So Magna really let this get away. I'd be really gutted if a car like this I didn't get back in part exchange. I'm assuming they've bought another brand of vehicle, but this is a real prime bit of stock. So we've done a pre-sales check at 10,883 miles, and then obviously it's come over here from our prep centre. Now, you've got your heads-up display, all right, which is fantastic. That will give you your basic sat-nav functions, speed, warnings, etc. And it's fully adjustable, and it will set to your seat setting. Up, down, in and out on the steering column. Auto lights, auto wipers, radar cruise control. So that's adaptive cruise control. So there are models this shape that won't have that. They're the pre-facelift, the pre-sport plus, the pre-plus model cars. They'll have just regular cruise control, which you'd have to keep adjusting. This will adapt if the car, lorry, etc. in front slows down. This will also do that. You got your volume controls here. Heated steering wheel as well. Heated seats, 3-stage. So a really, really well-equipped vehicle. BOSE stereo, which is absolutely fantastic. Sunroof. I always thought, well, sunroofs became almost obsolete, and now they're definitely coming back. I think it adds to the brighter interior again. Okay, now here you've got your sat nav, your radio, etc., which is touchscreen. However, don't use it as a touchscreen. I used a car last night that is touchscreen. See, once this car starts moving, this touchscreen is disabled. But I was driving a car last night that didn't, and I'm operating that, and it is a distraction. So I'd get used to using this, the multimedia commander, or what I call the human interface. Now, let me run you through some bits and bobs. So, fuel economy monitor, vehicle status monitor. Now, the car has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Just because it's greyed out, it doesn't mean it doesn't have it. It does have it. Not all these cars do. So if you are looking at them, make sure it's got that there. And once you plug them in, it goes white, and then you can take advantage of that. You know, use your apps, navigate your apps. You can use your navigation app of choice rather than the one built into the car, etc., etc. Okay. Entertainment. There's lots to keep you entertained here. FM, AM, DAB, AHA, Stitcher, internet apps, Bluetooth, so you can stream your music, etc. And you've got USB 1 and 2, so you've got 4 USBs in this car. The 2 at the front charge and read data, 2 at the back just charge. I say just charge, but you know, you're slightly for iPads and bits and pieces like that, tablets. Okay, so DAB radio, I think most people know what that is these days, but you get a lot of digital channels, a lot more choice, genres from all around the world. Once you pair your phone up, you'll get your call list, dial call, missed calls, receive calls, and if you have an Android phone, it will read your text messages to you. The sat nav system provided in the vehicle is excellent. I've had no problem with it. I've driven to south of Poland, Tatra Mountains, and had no bother at all. It's also got very useful functions, searching for fuel stations amongst other points of interest. And you can set up a Wi-Fi hotspot from your phone, so your car is connected to the internet, which will give you live traffic updates, and it will also give you fuel prices, which is very topical at the moment. So I'd definitely be looking for the best deal in the area I'm going. So look, it's got the direction and the distance. Okay. And by the way, on that note, this car is incredibly frugal. They're a 4-cylinder non-turbocharged petrol engine, which is super efficient. It's high compression, so really good atomization. So you could get into the 40s to the gallon. And I know you might think, oh, hold on a minute, these other cars state they do more than that, etc. That's a real world figure, not a government testing figure, a real world figure. And if you had a little 1.5 Cougar EcoBoost or Qashqai 1.2, what do they call their cars, DSIs or something, you know, they're tiny little engines that underpowered, and you end up using more fuel just trying to get them going. Okay, so you've got your nav there, and then in your settings, okay, you can adjust the height there, all right, up and down, okay, brightness, etc. Display settings, you can turn that off. Safety settings. Now, you've got smart city brake support, so the car will apply its brakes. Should the car feel you've been distracted, you're travelling under 20 miles an hour, you're in traffic, for example, and you're heading towards the car in front, it will apply its brakes. And the wonderful thing about that is it's recognised by the insurance companies, so it should lower your insurance premium because it does lower the insurance bracket. You've also got smart brake system, so if you're going along and you're doing over 20 miles an hour and it thinks you're going to hit someone, it'll come up and say brake, and if nothing's happening, it will apply the brakes. But you can adjust that there. You've got lane to keep assist. The car will keep you in a lane on the motorway or on dual carriageway. It will keep you within the white lines. I think this is one of the steps towards driverless cars, but you'll feel the steering wheel moving like so, and it's keeping you within those lines. You've got blind spot monitoring, so in each wing mirror, the car, the wing mirrors have a little light that will light up when someone's overtaking or undertaking you. Okay, driver attention alert. It will tell you to pay attention should you show signs of fatigue. And you've got a 360 camera. So in fact, let me show you that. So that's part of the safety pack, the addition. So look at that. So you've got no excuse now. Look, as I turn the steering wheel, these lines turns, you've got no excuse to get into those tight parking spaces, and you'll do it with ease and without any sort of casualty. Oh my God, look, I just stalled the car. Sorry about that. Okay, so back to this. I find these cars dead easy to park, actually. Very easy indeed. Even without the 360 camera, just the parking sensors. So this car, as I say, it's extremely well spec. It's immaculate. It's lovely. It's got excellent spec color combination. It's wonderful. And if you bought this or a brand new one, there's a few very small differences, but the main one is you get a better, bigger screen in the brand new one, but you've got to wait 6 months. So get yourself a bargain. I certainly would. Take advantage of, your part exchange, which I hope you've got. We love part exchanges, by the way. Take advantage of, being able to sort of sell your car to us, get a great price for it, rather than waiting, for 6 months. Obviously, if you don't have a part exchange, that's fine as well. But on that note, you will get the best deal with or without a part exchange. Okay. I know there's a lot of adverts out there because there's a shortage of used cars. These big companies are trying to they're trying to get as many used cars as possible to feed the auctions, feed their other companies, etc. You'll get the best deal with us. So, you know, do punch your reg number in, get a price, and then get in touch with us. And get in touch any time of day. We will try to get back to you outside working hours. So leave us a voicemail, even if it's a phone is your preferred contact method. Drop us an email or live chat. Okay. Now, this car will come with a 12-month Mazda ZZ Plus used car warranty. So it's a Mazda warranty. It's not one of these silly warranties that I've seen people have from car supermarkets and sort of used car sites that have like a 3-month limit or a £250 claim limit, where you really, that going back to that saying of it's not worth the paper it's printed on, really does apply in those situations. This has got a claim limit of the value of the car. It also has roadside assistance, which is comprehensive, covers you in Europe, covers the passengers, covers you at home. It's not one of these sort of bare bones complimentary packages. It is complimentary, of course, but it is comprehensive as well. So the car's been serviced. We've gone through that. We've got great finance facilities, part exchange facilities. We've got the facilities to extend warranties. And should you want any further photos, information, videos on the car, please don't hesitate to ask. It really is not too much bother. We do a home delivery service within a 100-mile radius, free of charge. Outside of that, just give us a shout. Let's see what we can do for you. Okay. So, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been informative, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye-bye.